It appears I might be live. I hope I am. The last thing I need is somebody telling me something that I already know. Of course I'm live. I'd never get it wrong. I had a message before. We're going to jump across because people missed out on the AMA on Facebook. I couldn't get on Omegle. It is what it is. What did he say? I can't read that. I can't read it. I'll make sure the audio works. Omegle. Yeah, the audio is working fine. Unfortunately, potentially, I may not be able to smoke a cigar live on stream. How retarded is that? Regardless, I'm waiting for people to drop in. We're live right now for a certain amount of time. I usually bill $280 an hour. I'm doing this for 10 minutes, a free service for anyone with pressing legal pertinent questions. Of course, I'm not on TikTok. Why would I be on TikTok? Robbie P might be on TikTok, not me. I'm here to advise on boating accidents. If you've had a boating accident recently, contact Jeremy Legal Pseudo Legal Services. Cash only payments, or alternatively Bitcoin. If you need assistance in facilitating third-party clandestine activities, I'm the man. I'll sort it out. It looks like we're actually live now. I might have to jump across to my actual YouTube channel, well, Robbie's YouTube channel, and make certain of it. Because I'm not going to be messing this one up again. I refuse to mess this one up. And activities. Absolutely, it's fine. It's working. It's a gem. Now, the question is who's going to participate and join me in this live? Because I'm only going to be here for another 10 minutes. Maybe less. I don't even know how long I've been here for. 2 minutes. You got 8 minutes to ask me some questions related to your boating accidents. Jeremy, what do I do if I've encountered the boating accident? I can advise on that if there was somebody present in the room, but I'm not going to offer legal services to a ghost who can't even materialize in a physical form. Regardless, I've got the mustache. I wanted to update everybody on this scenario that the mustache is real. I'm real. I exist in the physical form, in the third dimension. Nothing can stop me. Nothing can stop Robbie P. Nothing can stop Bitcoin. Bitcoin fixes all. So what do you do? I'll just advise. Blanket statements. What do I do? Jeremy, I had a boating accident. I've lost my Bitcoin. What do I do? You keep your mouth shut. That's what you do. I'm deadly serious. This is not a laughing matter. I'm only laughing to the bank. You got 7 minutes. I don't have much time on my hands. Time is a pertinent asset. A precious asset. This is why Bitcoin runs on a blockchain. With an algorithm that adjusts based on difficulty and hash rate. If it goes over 10 minutes, it's just going to adjust. And adjust accordingly. I want to say shout outs to Street Cyber Art who sent across some stickers designs that Robbie P's been putting up everywhere lately. You see them behind me? They're fancy. We're getting more in. Unfortunately, everyone in Australia wants to charge an arm and a leg. I'm over it. I'm not thrilled about paying $1 a sticker, especially when I want to give them out for free. I'm trying to get 500 of the bloody bastards. It looks like there's a bit of a delay. How's the caching? You got 6 more minutes. Before I smoke the cigar. I don't understand how the internet can be messing up. I've got the ultimate of all plans here. Where is everybody? Watching Netflix. Waste your time watching Netflix. Really? You're going to waste your time watching Netflix. You can get valuable information right here on this channel. Educational and entertainment. I serve the educational portion. You got 5 more minutes. I'm frustrated now. But I'm going to sit this one out. Poor internet speed, it's lagging. What kind of nonsense is that? .7 megabit up. I've got 20. I don't understand the problem here. It smells so good. Regardless, if you miss out on pertinent legal information, it's a making of your own fault. I can't fix that for you if you're not willing to expand your horizons and knowledge to understand how to maneuver through the matrix. You've got 4 more minutes. I'm counting down. I've got a timer right here. I'm not putting up with it. I'm offering legal services. Hang on, we've got a message here. Unfortunately, I can't confirm or deny that. Regardless, it's Cuban. It's a Cuban cigar. Would you like to ask a question in regards to how do I get my hands on the ultimate Cuban cigar? Well, I can't answer that because that intertwines my other alternative clients that I represent on a legal basis. Regardless, Sammy Damage, I appreciate the comment because everybody else is undervaluing the opportunity here to ask a legal professional questions regarding how do I go about a boating accident claim. 3 more minutes. $280 an hour is what I charge. This is a free service for the community. Sammy Damage, you got a situation, my friend, because there's another gentleman in Australian hip-hop who calls himself Damage. I can help you out. How about we register your name as a legal fiction and then you're able to participate in the entertainment industry with sole ownership and proprietor ownership of the word Damage. And we'll send a cease and desist letter to the other rapper because he's not smart enough. Well, I don't want to put him down because he's friends with Grizzly Bastard. Regardless, I've lost my counter here. What's he saying? What's the best way to fake your death? Have you not read Machiavelli? Let me repeat that. Machiavelli. I'm pretty sure he outlined exactly how Tupac was able to fake his death and duck off to Cuba. That's how I get the cigars. He sends them to me. What kind of questions are these? I want a serious question. If you do want to fake your death, however, on a cash payment only basis, alternatively Bitcoin, I can facilitate third-party clandestine activities. And we can make sure you are wiped entirely off existence. I mean, you can still exist. Just won't have a bank account. You live it up in South America, or Ghana, or the African Republic. I've got some connections. But if you wanted to walk through step by step, question by question, we can assess it this way, right? This is how it plays out. Number 1, I need $30,000 off you as a deposit. And then another $280,000 thereafter. Over a period of 3 years. Okay, this is the financial aspect. We sort that out. I handle the paperwork. We create a fake name, right? We go into Onset Framework, which is an open source framework to be able to create things. What's he saying right here? I can't read it. I don't have my glasses on. A bit of a wink right there, isn't it? Either way, Sammy Damage, this is how he would facilitate faking your death. But ultimately, what we want to do essentially is we want to make sure that your royalties are looked after, your children are looked after, your wife is looked after, your partner, whoever it is, however it is. Robbie knows more information than I do. But if you did want to fake your death, I mean, it can happen, but I don't necessarily want to outline the framework right here, right now, step by step, because this is clandestine activities. I'm probably running out of time. I was only going to be here for 10 minutes. I appreciate the conversations, Sammy. I was on Facebook. No one participated. They just want to watch reels and go on TikTok. Either way. Alternatively, if you want to handle a boating accident scenario regarding your cryptocurrency holdings, I can help facilitate that as well. I'm not just a music attorney or a pretty face. I don't even have my license, but I know how to file claims. That's what matters. I've created an alternative Instagram account. It's Jeremy Legal Official with an @ at the start. Don't forget the @ There's a gentleman out in Europe. He goes by the name of Jeremy Fragrance. He smells good. I'm smart goods. It's not a laughing matter. I appreciate you sticking by, Sammy. You know, I might put you on the roster for... how would you say? Let's just say you find yourself in a pickle. Don't talk to the police. You call me, I'll sort it out, first and foremost. What I might suggest is you want to get a trust in place for your children. By the way, I'm not a financial counsellor. I'm not an official legal representative either. This is all pseudo legal advice. Get a trust in place. Get a holding company that holds the corporation. Right? Offshore accounts and all the rest of it. We'll be able to sort it out, right? Absolutely launder a whole lot of money back and forth. This is what Epstein did. I can't talk about that client of mine. He's dead now. Absolutely, this is still live, howdy. I was going to be here for 10 minutes, but I'm here now because there's participation going on. There's participation going on here. I'm only going to be here for another 5, maybe at most, because I don't necessarily want to be here for the whole night. I charge too much. My time's too valuable. Either way, the next plan of the ultimate 4-stage plan here, howdy, is we're going to step out into reality and we're going to start asking individuals questions in the city, in Burke Street, in Swan Street, down in Brunswick. We're going to... Good to have you here, sir. Thank you very much. I appreciate it when people recognise the title, sir. What's Sammy Damage asking me here? You have no idea how large I've got to make these screens because I don't have a pair of glasses of my own. These ones on the table, they belong to Robbie P. I don't know where he is. People say you won't see Robbie P and Jeremy Legal in the same room together. How do you ask a cop if he takes bribes without getting arrested for potential bribery? You don't. You just hand him the bag. And you'll know by the look on his face. He's going to either ask you 2 things, or he's going to ask you 1 thing. Where'd the money come from? And if he asks you that, then he's not taking a bribe. But if he just looks at the money and just, you know it's sweet. Bribery is a sticky one because if you find yourself in one of those scenarios and you're going to potentially face either 2 outcomes. 1, you don't need to call me. The other one, you do. That's why I keep my number on hold. The whole concept here is pseudo-realism, pseudo-legal services, clandestine activities for third-party payments. And the internet's playing up again. Robbie! He's not around. I don't even know how to work this. Why is my internet playing up? How do you bribe a judge? Well, you can't do it when you're in the courtroom because there's too many witnesses. And then it becomes a sticky situation because you got to roll out to everyone's house with a baseball bat, black hoodies and black Tims and masks and stolen cars with fake rego plates. It's difficult. I would suggest that if you wanted to bribe a judge, the way I would do it, let me think on that really quickly because there's a few different approaches. I don't want to put all my cards on the table because then the police might be watching also. To bribe a judge. How do we bribe a judge? It's a little bit the same, isn't it? You just got to find them somewhere. You maybe reach out to them on a private number through a third party. We'll meet at this location. If they show up, they might be inclined to take a bag. If they don't, they might be non-inclined to take a bag. And if they do show up and they're not inclined to take a bag, then they might be inclined to have you arrested. Can you bribe with cryptocurrency payments? Well, of course you can. Listen, I can't speak on what we do and how we do it. All I can say is it's possible. Anything is possible. You can bribe with fiat currency if you wanted to. You could bribe with laundering money into bank accounts if you wanted to. You could do it with Zcash, XRP, Litecoin, Bitcoin, all of it. Some of them are pseudo-anonymous. You can't necessarily avoid. The situation when it comes to that is KYC laws. If you've got your identification registered with a crypto exchange and you plan to off-ramp, it's not going to work. But there are individuals on the black market that can facilitate this. Call me, I can hook you up with that. Absolutely, sir. Thank you very much. My name is Sir. Now, Howdy, where do I invoice you for my services here? It looks like you've asked a few too many, and I might need to send you an invoice for $3,000. Can you bribe... What's he saying here? Can you bribe a judge with... What's that question? I've got a love heart here. I can't read it. With another judge. Can you bribe a judge with another judge? What kind of question is that? Of course you can! Come on, mate. Get with the program. Of course. It's very simple. Sometimes you got to break some legs, break some limbs, rip some ears off. Shave some heads, pull some teeth. All of it's like taking candy from a baby. What's this question? Can you use another judge as a bribe? Interesting question. That one is in my academy, my Jeremy Legal Academy. I can't answer that. I've got to gatekeep some questions here. I can't offer that advice. Not on a live stream regardless anyway. Can you bribe a judge with a bribe? Or judge a bribe? Can you use another judge as a bribe? Look, that one's a bit of a... I might need to reach out to some alternative third parties that might have the answers to your questions there, because that one there is a bit more specific. You might find the answer on TikTok. Well, look, me and Robbie P, we get along awesomely, handsomely. It's just sometimes you won't find us both in the same room. It's one of those scenarios when there's like a prime minister or a president and a vice president. They don't fly on the same plane, do they? You get a missile hit the building, they're both gone. Use another judge as a bribe a judge. Look, there's different ways you can approach it. It all works either way, right? The end result is what you want to focus on, not how we get there. That's why I charge so expensive. $30,000 to start off with, and then $280,000 thereafter. If it's a continuous service, well, we're looking at in excess of $1 million. But to answer the question regarding why you won't find Robbie P and myself in the same room, it comes down to just the question of safety. If you take us both out, then the entire enterprise is over. There goes your legal representation, your education, and your entertainment. I wasn't planning on being here for long, but because we're interacting here, I'm going to stay around for another 3 minutes. My time's precious. Either way, Audi, I need an individual that can come along to the city, and it seems like you're interested in participating in some vox pop. Is that the same another question? Use another judge as a bribe to bribe a judge. Let's put the bribery aside, yeah? How about this? Let's say you got a sexual abuse claim. I'll make it disappear. Like it never happened. I don't care about the facts, I care about freedom. Can you use false... I'm going to increase the size here because I don't have my glasses on. Can you... What's this here? Promises as a bribe. False promises. Well, they do use false currency as a promissory note, which is a promise to pay, don't they? It's inflated out of nowhere. The bloody government do it. The central bankers have a monopoly on it, don't they? I will participate, sir. Talk to Robbie P and let me know. Listen, I will talk to my people, which is Robbie P, and you speak to your people. And then you and Robbie P can work it out. The logistics. How it's going to work, because you've got to be careful. There are people after us. Yourself included, Howdy, you're now associated. I will participate. I've already read that one. Another question. Next question. Got 2 more minutes. I'm sure my neighbours think he's a retard next door. What's that retard yelling about? They don't realise that everything here is legitimate. We're talking serious business. Chat rate. I've got a little figure here that says chat rate. It's just dropped down to 1. I'm going to have a good, hard, stern word with Robbie P because I don't think if my time's valuable here. Look, I've got more important things to do than answer questions about bribery and judges on the internet. Have I ever lost a case? Let me find out the next line here. What's he saying? I'm going to have to copy and paste into a notepad. Have I ever lost a case, even with a bribe? I don't lose cases. Cases lose me. My cigar's falling apart. See, the thing is, what's it mean? What's it mean when the case loses you? If I ever lost a case with a bribe. Okay, I'll be honest. You don't become the supreme ultimate attorney without losing a couple. My strike rate is still 95% though. And in terms of cases losing me, if I can't win the case, I don't take it on, do I? Except if you're a loyal client, that's when I'll fight to the death and defend you. Like I said, I don't care about facts. I care about freedom. Where else are we now? I need to have a podcast episode where I speak to a politician or something. Like Ali G. I like to talk to Labour and Liberals. Maybe even the Greens and put them on point. And in the midst of it, hijack the interview and start talking about why they're being pedophiles and pedophiles. Shouldn't have said those words against the terms of service. Sorry, Robbie P. Regardless, we'll work it out. I sorted it out. Sorting it out is the logo, is the slogan here. We sort everything out. Sort it all out. Okay, we've got another question from Audi. This question right here. I've got to open up a notepad with larger text because I still can't see. At least on Facebook I was able to read it. Font. 122 pixels. Nothing changed. I can make out shapes, but I just can't see words. Size of the fonts. 80. There we go. Excellent. So Audi's asked a question. I'm interested to hear what questions the public will ask you. Are you busy this weekend? I can pencil it in. We can make an appointment and we can head down to the city and ask the individual some questions and potentially allow them the opportunity to ask me some as well. Okay, he's got another question here. Audi, I like it. You're interacting. I think Audi knows a politician or two. Maybe Audi does. Next question. I'm Audi. I know a few politicians for your podcast. Let's bring it on. One of the individuals I like to speak to is Ricardo Bossi from the A1 party. I really support the A1 political party to hold all the politicians accountable, and I might be a part of the legal team soon. I really want to smoke this cigar. It's a real cigar, except I'm just not sure if I could smoke it on YouTube. I see other individuals smoke cigars on YouTube, and I just thought to myself, maybe I'll do it, but I don't have the lighter. I've got the other, what would you call them? McCollums. I've got a lot of cables here. Everything's a mess. Big old reorganisation of the studio once again. Am I voting yes to accelerate the chaos? Of course I am. Let's accelerate it. Alternatively, you could vote no and prolong the pain. Smoke it. It's a fake cigar anyway, huh? He's egging me on now, is he? He doesn't think I'm going to smoke the cigar, thinking it's a fake cigar. What do you think this is? Smoke this cigar, you're gonna see. I'm gonna light it up on the stove. I'm gonna light this one up on the stove. What do you think this is, eh? I'm decked out to the nines here, ladies and gentlemen. Who's ready for head spins? I can't read it. I don't even have a lot bloody ashtray here. It's going to go on the desk. I need a glass or something. Nice one, Audi. Now I don't know what to do with this. I need to put it down if I want to copy and paste. A little bit of tobacco leaf is coming loose here. I'm not a fan of that. There we go. Copy and paste. You're a lawyer. You should know this. Should know what exactly about the terms of service? How are you supposed to keep up? They're always changing it every bloody month. Tell him it's fake in case YouTube ban it. Of course it's fake. Of course it's fake. I'm not a big cigar smoker. I just wave it around like a wizard wand. I feel like it gives me ultimate power to put people on point. You should use Robbie P's glasses. He wouldn't know. He's not here, is he? But I did say his glasses on the table. He's got 2 pairs. Let's give it a go, shall we? Smoke it. It's a fake cigar. I was reading all this earlier on. Regardless, what time are you thinking on the weekend, Howdy? What's your availabilities look like? I'm not certain of what questions I'd ask him. We will just riff. I guess what we might do is just free flow it, I guess. You know, maybe might ask ChatGPT what's some good questions to ask for people in public. Alternatively, I could go online and have a look at previous videos and just steal their ideas. They won't know. I think I'm busy on one of those days. Regardless, I think we can pull this off. I like it. I love it. You're not supposed to inhale cigars. It's more of a flavoursome experience. So all day, Saturday, Sunday. I know I'll be having Omar Elsefin here for a period of time regarding a podcast episode to speak about what's happening down there in Israel and Palestine. Robbie P's got a very interesting philosophy on this. He reckons that the Matrix movies is a metaphor for Israel versus Palestine because they're trying to escape the Matrix and go where? Zion. What's Zion? The homeland of the Israelites. So in the 3rd episode of The Matrix, Robbie P was saying to me that the robots actually get into Zion and start attacking it. Isn't that not exactly what's happening right now with Palestine and Israel? Alternatively known as Zion. I like it, Audi. If you write some questions, I'll give you some money. I'll pay you for your services because one man can't do it all alone. We can get some other individuals in on this. What do you think? I've been live now for longer than 10 minutes. I was only going to be here for 10 minutes, but I'm kind of enjoying this. Facebook was dead. Omegle wouldn't even work. I was going to go on Omegle and test all this out. Well, I'll got to stock up on a cigar for the city when we go down there because I need the cigar. I don't like that this bloody piece of the outside is rolling off. I like it. I like it. Look, I think... What days? I won't say online because I don't want people to know when I'm home and when we're not home. You understand? This is a matter of cyber security. We don't want people to know our exact movements, Audi. How about we schedule it for next weekend? What topics would I like to ask the public? I'm not too sure. I mean, isn't Saturday a referendum? We could ask them about referendums and then... Who'd you vote for? Why'd you do that? You're like, you idiot. Regardless of what they say. Troll them, you know. Just... All I know is that I want to go out in the public and we want to just infiltrate society and really outline everything that's happening right now. Not that we want to outline it, I would say more so. People have expressed to me, Robbie, we would like to see... Oh, sorry. Jeremy, we would like to see... Well, they said to Robbie, and Robbie said to me, the public wants to see how Jeremy interacts with the public. Well, I like them to ask me. I don't think they're going to ask questions. Well, I like them to ask me. What legal questions we got in this situations that they find themselves in the pickles? Alternatively, we can work something out with them, potentially find out where the bots and the NPCs are. Absolutely. We want to investigate the public views and gauge a temperament on the zeitgeist and popular culture. I like it. I like your thinking. You're smart. You're savvy. You're onto it. We will ask questions for them to ask me. It might feel scripted. But in that situation, we could come up with scripted responses. Let's have a look, shall we? I'll jump across to YouTube or Instagram or something and we'll have a look at some Vox Pop. Type it in, Vox. The genre of this type of thing that we're going to do, Howdy, is called Vox Pop. You won't be able to see the screen. Maybe you might be able to see the screen.
Advice?
Ooh,
What advice do you have for freshers?
get really drunk,
Play hard, work hard.
go out.
What he say?
Don't skip your lessons.
Have you had any awkward uni moments?
I tripped.
Have you had any awkward something moments? Have you had any... It depends on the time that we decide to venture out into the world, Audi, isn't it? If it's nightlife, we might ask him, have you had any unusual, awkward experiences? If it's a female, we might ask her, have you had any unusual experiences with men at the club? We might ask the gentleman, have you had any unusual experiences doing lines on the toilet seat? Have you had any unusual experience? Keep going with this.
Tripped and spilled coffee all over myself.
But I once got with this guy and then he turned out to be in my seminar.
Went to ministry, got my phone stolen.
What was the first thing you bought when your loan dropped?
I think I
What was that question there?
got a pair of trainers.
What was that question there, she asked? What was the first thing you bought when your loan dropped? Interesting. So, like, if it's, I reckon we go night time on a Saturday. What do you reckon? Chapel Street. But not too late because the slimy people will be out completely intoxicated, rubbing up on me and you, and we don't want slimy people leaving slime all over us. Let me jump back. What's the other questions you're asking me? Absolutely. Vox Pop is the genre, Audi. Absolutely. I think we'll do fine freestyling it in public. We just need a couple up the sleeve, you know, a couple scripted lines. And then like Spider-Man, take it over. Completely and utterly. I need to stoke this one out. I don't want to smoke the whole thing in one sitting. I'll get a head spin. Listen, Audi, how about this? I'll contact you directly and we'll work this out. We don't want the public knowing every move we're going to do we? Absolutely not. There's a lot of tomfoolery going on in society today. I'm not overly thrilled about it, am I? I'm sure you're not either. Absolutely. Next Saturday. Regardless, have you sold the guitar? Have you sold the guitar yet? I've got the camera gear. I've got a little device I can put on myself, and then the other device, the other person, we can I can put it up to his face. You can hold the camera, and you can make sure the framing is right, and maybe get people on board or something like this. Either way, next Saturday sounds good. I'm going to disconnect the transmission right now, and we will speak further in a private conversation. What's he saying here? No, not yet. Someone is coming tomorrow. What do you mean? Oh, for the guitar. Okay. I've got mics. We've got mics. We've got a camera. We've got a gimbal, but it's heavy. You don't need the gimbal. Regardless, I've got a microphone that's wireless, and it will plug into the camera, so then the audio quality will be on point. The rest of it, Robbie knows how to work it. I'm not too sure. Thank you very much for the respect. You got a good head on you there, mate. I'm disappointed about this outer leaf coming off. What's the remainder of your plans this afternoon, Audi? Don't answer that. We're live. Don't answer any personal questions. I want to hear the next song you put out. And if you require any legal representation, I'm more than happy to offer my services. I can hear airplanes. It might be the SAS coming to get me. They don't know where I am. I've got a VPN on. I've been enjoying it, Audi. Thank you very much.